with a rut, whatever it is, say it's a yoga routine or your morning devotional or your meals. A rut, it's like the same thing. It just feels the same all the time. Where I feel like with a routine, part of the goal of a routine is to continually infuse a sense of newness in there or challenge. So you're doing a yoga routine, but every time you do it, you want it to be a little bit more challenging, even if it's 1% more challenging. When you're cooking, every time you do it, you want it to be a little bit different. Maybe it's just a new recipe you try or a new cooking technique. Like Greg and I have gotten to the point where that's basically become an unconscious part of our way of being. We don't even think about it anymore, but now talking about it, that's the approach we take with everything. So yeah, we come back to our routines, but we still have that level of engagement with them. Whenever I'm cooking, it's always slightly challenging. Now, you don't want it to be too challenging because then you never want to cook because every time it's so overwhelming, right? But it's a little bit more challenging. It's like a little new thing. Right now, my challenge with cooking is just trying to find stuff. Where are the utensils? Where are the pots and pans? Where's the coconut oil? I can't find anything, right? So that's my level of challenge at the moment. But when I have that order, and that sometimes that's where you start. Sometimes you're like, man, I'm in a rut with cooking. I need to clean my kitchen. I need to bring order to the kitchen, and then it's going to be a little more exciting. And then once I have order, because there's levels here, I found with everything we do. Once I establish this level of, okay, first you're here in chaos. When you bring order, now that becomes the foundation for you to grow and to take on new challenges. Now that I have order in the kitchen, now I can try a new recipe. Now I can try a new technique, right? Now I can get creative with it because I have order. But if I don't have that order, I don't want to do any of those things because it's already hard enough to make a regular meal because chaos is reigning in the kitchen, right? So I'm constantly taking that approach with all of the things I'm doing in my life of one, first establishing order if there's not order. And then once I have order, taking on small challenges every time I come to that activity. And I'm not kidding you, nearly every single time when I come to that activity, I'm trying to make it at least 1%. So that means when I'm cooking, that means when I'm doing yoga, that means when I'm showering, I don't know, whatever, like all the things. I'm always like, how can I make this a little bit better? My next thing for showering, I'm going to get a shower speaker so I can listen to my podcast in the shower. By finding meaning in the small parts of living and by making them challenging